It's me again. I'm trying to set up the bike because I want to record how much I go. Hang out with me, vibe with me, chat with me. Please like and subscribe. Be a good human, always and of age. You'll see the guidelines soon. I set those puppies up. I'm wondering if every time you come in you have to click OK. I know people are bypassing that and just like, let me in there. Well, just a reminder for anyone that likes to read. But I'll tell you anyways. I'm trying to make sure. Oh. That's crazy. I'm like adjusting the bike and how much like tension I think. Don't want to make it too easy, I'm trying to still. Okay. That's time. That's speed. Okay, here's the distance. Because yesterday I did almost 9 miles, but I didn't have as much resistance on it. So I'm like, did I cheat? But I still got 9 miles. So I'm like, let me amp it up. I got my smoothie over here too. Gotta keep the smoothie safe, Thanks! I wore him yesterday out here on the bike. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wear them again. Why not? I had some orange ones earlier on cutting paper. How's it going, mate? Howdy do. That's what Joe would say. I just know it. What up, Chew? How's the day treating everyone? Halfway through the week. Tomorrow is Friday Junior. I can definitely feel like yesterday was like a walk in the park. Today I'm feeling the burn already. I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm not at a mile yet. It's definitely, I'm working for the miles today. Yeah, the birds were listening to Elton John in the room earlier. I like to play music for my birds. And my canary, she's so cute. Like, she loves to sing. And my parrot's just like, meh. Some music they really, really like. It's funny, but Piano Man came on. And then I forget the other song that was on. I forgot the title. Story of My Life. I like to switch it up. Pretty sure they were listening to reggae when I came out here. But thanks, Steven. You have to get a pair. We'll vibe out, Peace and love. That's insane. What's the hottest it's ever been there, though? Yeah, it's been like 90s, high 80s. Brutal. It feels like almost like a desert. We need the rain. It was supposed to rain and it went on by. I heard it like trying to thunder and then nothing happened. And yesterday was like literally like 0.2 seconds of rain and it stopped. Like it made me even think like, is that rain? And then it was rain and it was gone. And I was like, damn. But when it starts to rain every day, like it does every year, usually in June, I have to cut the grass like every week. Oh, this bike's kicking my ass, y'all. I'm like out of breath. I'm like, oh man, yesterday I was walking the park. 105, that's like desert. Like I don't want to be outside at all unless I'm like in the water, or at least get my toes in some water, And even then, I usually get anything done like in the summer months early in the morning because you just can't be out there. It's like heat stroke nation, you know? Stay cool. What's the weather today? You know, there's another Brit that's been coming here and was saying the same thing. Probably because they're in England. I thought the heart was a Pokemon ball. Oh, and then look, I got Pikachu. What? Oh, look, Pikachu donated to me. Stay tuned. I'm like, your wish will come true. Sasquatch, what up? Where's UFOs? Are they hanging out with Sasquatch and Bigfoots? I got a Bigfoot squishy. I have to show that soon. I'm like getting into sewing, y'all, so I'm really thinking about really cool ideas of things that I can make. I'm like, it'd be cool to make a Bigfoot. Did my donation go through? Yeah, no. Stay tuned, you know? And you better be not a child in here. Don't donate your parents' money. Yeah, keep watching my videos. Keep giving me watch hours, please, and thank you. Most importantly, have a good time, but don't troll me because I'll troll you back. Yeah, I do remember what you were doing. You were taking I wouldn't say advice, but I was giving you some tiplets on how to fix that freezer, right? You're welcome. Took a hairdryer to that puppy and saved the day. Otherwise, it would have been a nightmare, right? Hey, if I can pass off little tiplets like that are simple fixes and you don't have to go out and buy something like new or whatever, I'll pass it down. I'm not no gatekeeper. What up, Rumple? Rumple? I don't want to say that wrong, but how are you? And thanks, dear. 360. What's a 360? I ain't doing nothing 360. Oh, my memory's trash sometimes, but I was like, yeah, I do. I felt like of use. So I was like, yeah, wait a minute. I know how to fix this. I'm like, you're welcome. But honestly, it feels cool to just like help someone out with like something like that. Because, I don't know. Women are looked at as like not handy at times. And that's so annoying to me. Any human can learn anything. Hold on. Anything if you have a drive for it, you know? Or if you need to urgently fix your refrigerator because that's some serious shit. And you see that's similar to the problem and you're like, yeah, I'll try that, you know? It's crazy. It definitely beats buying a new one. So don't even like manifest that though. That's in the past. Was it the hottest day last year too? I don't remember that part though. I just was like, oh, that's serious stuff. Oh yeah, you're like sweating too. You're like, I can't tell if it's the ice sweating or it's me. What up, Mellow Wolf? How's it going, Mellow? Mellow Yellow? That's not what I'm gonna call you. I'm from the US. When I saw Ket, I thought of ketchup. James! What up? Hi, Cornelius. You always say hi and then you don't say anything else. How's it going, everybody? How was work, James? Yeah, enjoy that coffee, Bella. Is it a mellow yellow day or what? Oh, you said that yesterday. You got anything else to say? So YouTube like suggests you to ask questions now. I'm like, I don't know if I want to ask them. You never know. Like what could I ask? Dun, 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 dun. I always think of shit, and then when I get off live, like I think of it when I'm not on live, and then when I get on live, I don't like even think of any questions. I'm like, I don't know. I need to write these things down. Yeah, it's the style. I'm like, I don't know if you're trolling me or not. It's like, it's weird when they like try to give like compliments and then it's like not, you know? It's crazy. My mom used to have some really big glasses. She wore actual like prescription glasses, but some photos of her in her yearbook, they're like so big. It was the style. It's interesting to see that it like came back. Meanwhile, when I was a kid, if you wore glasses like that, you got like made fun of, you know? It's awful. What's GC? Or QC? What the heck? Oh, I'm like, do I need glasses? Oh my gosh. Steven, were you in here the other night with the dangler? Yeah, what's the GC? I was like making it up. Like, I don't know. I thought a quarter pounder cheese, but that's not it. What up, Alan? All right, Mohammed. I was like, you said it yesterday. It's okay to repeat yourself, but I was like, you know, just checking. My skin and hair, thanks. I've been drinking more carrots. That's only been a few days though, so I'm hoping that that will improve it even more, you know? Start doing like random shit in my smoothies, which it's like, is it even a smoothie anymore? Is it like a juice or a smoothie, you know? In a movie? Like a doppelganger? Is that what you're thinking of? I'm like, what? It's probably best that I don't mention it's like bee juice, you know? Hold on a second. Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry. What up? What up? Yeah, it's a juicy. I have it like, I'm like eating it and drinking it, so I'm like, I can, you know, I'm like cleaning my teeth out, so don't judge me, y'all. Oh, shit. Easily distracted by ravens. He's like playing in the grass that was cut that looks like hay now. What up, Brody? How's the week treating you? How's Chona? Oh, that's awesome, James. You're like, collect it up. Oh, he's carrying. He was carrying a straight up egg. At first, I was like, he's carrying bread. And then I was like, bread? Wow, he was carrying an egg. That was wild. One of those moments, like, I'm literally on my phone and I just happened to see it go down. I was like, oh my God. I wonder if my camera caught that out there, though. Because I think he went down. That's wild. Wow, collection day though. That's pretty cool. Oh, and thank you. How often does that happen? I went back up because I was like, is there like Steven's like, yeah, yeah, tell me the details. Like-minded individuals, y'all. Is that like once a month or? I don't know what that means, Mohammed. Oh, every Wednesday? What? They want y'all to be lit. They're like, we know you work better. Here's some brownies. Steven's like, tell me more, tell me more. If you were a billionaire, and that's where the greed starts. Yeah, James has a cool ass job, yeah. Yeah, super cool job. Who's John? Who's John Conley? Did I say something? Oh, my birds were listening also to classic rocks earlier, and I was like, see, I know like all these songs, and I was like trying to guess when I was walking by the room, and like, what song is that? Who is that? And then I would look. Nope. Nope. Oh, I don't know. I got like squirrel brain over here. I'm like, I'm just living in love land, y'all. I'm like, I actually, oh, I said you get it every Wednesday? Oh my God. I'm not even shocked. Yo, I don't know who hid Polly. Polly came back today, but someone hid Polly, and Polly was actually really cool, y'all. And it's okay, some things slip, you know. But he was one of the ones that caught the dangler the other night. So I was like, you know, no, no, Polly's cool. I had this inkling. I said this a couple times today. I had this inkling to go onto the desktop. I was like, let me double check. Because sometimes I'll get playful timeouts to like maybe my mods or whatever, or people that I'm like, you know, getting to know. Or maybe you just need a moment and you like need to like reconsider what the fuck you just said. Because I can be forgiving, but I don't forget, you know. But I was like, let me make sure I didn't like hide someone. And I was like, let me go on the desktop. And I've been meaning to do that. And thank goodness I did. I saw Polly's face in there. He was in the DDJ, y'all. And I was like, oh shit. And I unhid him. And this morning he's like, I'm back. I'm like, yeah, you almost got hidden forever because I never go on the desktop. I don't even remember last time I was on the desktop, like at all. So, and you can't see it on your phone, which is dumb. Like I was looking at the mods, excuse me, I was looking at the mods. And I was like, I don't even know how to move them. Like I'd have to remember everyone's username and good fucking luck. And I didn't want to like demod people by switching things or like messing with anything. So I was like so finicky. Like, ooh, do I do anything here or I just leave it alone? So I ended up making my guidelines. Did y'all see my guidelines? Someone said earlier, I think it was Harsh. Yeah, it was Harchez. He was like, oh, I just pissed him over pretty much. Well, speaking of, hold on, let me see if I can get up before he flies. Watch, I'm going to get up and he's going to fly. Oh, I'm not getting old, y'all. Hold on. Oh, we got two of them. Oh, he's trying to say hello again. Oh shit, they're doing some shit up there. Oh, he sounds like he's saying hello again. I was like, are they gonna fight? No. I thought it was gonna pop off. False alarm. Maddie, where the f have you been? I know you started another job, so I guess it's excusable. But what the hell, Maddie? Provide me the blue. Actually, pink. What about green? What up? How's it going? Oh, look, Harchez, you saw your spirit animal? Yo, you saw him? Hold on. Let me go back. I was like watching while like filming. Hold on. She should be sleeping. These things sound like they're saying words and shit. I believe it. I saw some Animal Channel type stuff like a few weeks ago where they were talking about if people just like died off, that birds would still speak words, but that wouldn't have as much use to them. But my parrot, he has a whole dictionary of words. Like, he amazes me all the time with the shit he says, and the timing is impeccable. He's just so witty. He must get it from his mama. I said rose-colored glasses yesterday, Rhodey, actually. I didn't know he sang that song. I actually may know the song. I'll have to listen to it later, though. I may not. You remember Polly? Poor Polly. He went to the DDJ, yo. Did he ask you? He said he saw you in the chat. Maybe I read it wrong this morning and I asked him if he asked you. I was like, oh yeah. I had an inkling. Maybe it was for Polly. Because Polly's like good peeps, you know? And I was like, I thought it would maybe someone else on my mind, so I went and checked. But no, it was just Polly. And the list was long, y'all. I was like, yeah, everyone else is staying in there. Nope. That's a nope. It's so funny you call them caregiver licenses. Is that literally what they're called, though? They're probably really called that, but it sounds kind of funny. Imagine where we are in 2026 with that. Like, come a long way in the States. I'm not leaving you out, Pikachu. How old are you? Age drop. If you've already dropped your age, I don't need it again. But I would actually like everyone to drop your astrology again, besides Steven and Rhodey. Oh, and Maddie, duh. I think I remember her, Chess. Gotcha. The best price is important, but you also don't want trash, you know? But a lot of it is so similar, I'm assuming, you know? Yeah, are you gonna come over and work with him? James will get you a job. You just met like 10 minutes ago, but he's gonna get you a job. Come on over, mate. Yeah, Maddie, you're starting to a little tussle. You got your rollerblades on, or your skates on. I forgot what they're called. Oh my god, have you seen, Maddie, you better still fucking be in here. Have you seen any of the new season of 90 Day Fiancé? Oh my god. Please, I know you said you stopped trying to watch those trolls, but please tell me you've seen some of it. Yeah, I should have got some coins out. One was carrying an egg right before you came in. I was like, oh shit. And then I saw him over at my neighbor's and I was like, What are they doing? He looked like, one of them looked like he was going to try to tussle with the other one, either that or me. I was like, what is going to pop off? And then they stopped. That's crazy. But how recent did Michigan like change things? Has it been like that for a while? I'm not educated. Straight chillin'. Don't trust the hoe. Never trust the hoe. I have this little headband. It's just like I would look so dumb with it on. But I honestly don't give a shit either. Like look at my glasses. But I have these little headband. It's like almost like earmuffs. I think it may be too hot outside since it's like brutally hot as hell. But they have little headphones inside. I was thinking about jamming and living. But I'm like, I'm just gonna probably start singing, you know? Anyways. They're probably like, everyone's probably like, okay. How's the new jobs treating you? Oh, I see what you did there, James. They weeded themselves out. I read that, and then I saw the no pun, and I was like, yeah, exactly. Did they drop dramatically? Hold on, let me check this. What's it like there now? The hell is that? Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah, Pauline's cool. You know him from another chat. Maybe later. That's what he said. Are you Harjaz? Are you lying? Oh, Virgo. There's quite a few Virgos in here. It doesn't actually attract Taurus. I have not found, I only have, if Harchez isn't lying, Harchez is from the UK too, Stephen, by the way. I was just talking about him and his ears are burning. But, if he's a Taurus, that would be you, him, me. And then, there's like almost cussed Gemini Taurus, but they're really Geminis because they're crazy. And then, there's my other mod, Little Cheese, that comes in. He's a Taurus. But I haven't found any women Taurus in here. That would be great. Let me manifest it, though. I'm definitely manifesting it. I'd really like more women in general in here, but, you know, I appreciate the guys. I don't think too many bulls should be in the China shop, y'all. Oh, what did you retract? If you're asking about Chona Rodi, she's a Sagittarius. I already asked. Already asked, come on now. My little babies. Little red-winged blackbirds, but the girls look like little ducks. They're like the cutest little thing. It's so cute. Hold on. Make sure I read everything. I don't know about fish in it because birds probably eat it. That's why I don't have a pond outside. Unless you're okay with that, but I don't know. I think it's kind of like wrong for the fish. Like, as is, maybe great for the birds, but sad for the fish. Yeah, did it say it just like that, James? You can grow the... Yeah, if you're asking about Chona, she's Sag. Okay, so it's been a little bit. I didn't realize it had been that long for Michigan. Yeah, sing it. Oh, I got a lot of things to sing, y'all. A lot of things. I wish my dad would, like, have let me do more chorus. I could have been, like, something good, you know? Now it's just, like, raspy and just not. What? I don't know if you're asking if I'm legal or if, like, the ganjas. Do I want to go swimming? No, not currently. I do have a pool that fits perfectly on my master patio, though. It's my little redneck pool. Okay, just making sure that you were retracted. I'm like, oh, I do that too, though. I like to, like, go back and, okay, can anyone translate that? And even if people can translate it, I still like to fix my stuff. What? 6th of May. Okay, you may be a Taurus. Yeah, I just think it's a sport. I don't know if you met Little Cheese. Steven has a funny name, and y'all probably be like, you modded him, but he's badass. Love him. Good vibes for sure. And he's a Taurus. Happy birthday to him, even though it already passed. Fraggle's birthday soon, though. I'm gonna shout out to Fraggle every time I remember that it's almost his birthday too. Is it compatible, Pisces? That's always an interesting question. I don't know if you're still here, Rhodey. I think any sign can be compatible, but there are, like, signs that are a little bit more compatible than others. I don't know. It's interesting. Both signs are, like, completely different, but I can see why you can get along. So it could be a yin and yang situation. I've known a few Pisces men and women, and I don't want to say very emotional, so don't take it the wrong way, but very in touch with the emotions, you know, and it can be a good thing if you aren't allowing, like, one emotion to outweigh another one, especially, like, sadness and stuff like that. But likes to change of pace. Like, Sagittarius are like free birds. Like fish, like the Pisces want to be like, they're like in the water, out of the water, but Sag are like free spirits. That's for sure. Very stubborn. Can also be very sassy. Haven't had that many Sagittarius women in my life, but I've had too many Sagittarius men in my life. Like my father is even one. And I've dated a few of them, and I was like, yeah, we're done. We're done. So when she told me she was a Sag, I was like, that's cool, though, because I really do vibe with Sagittariuses. I've met a few women, but not as many as men, once again. And I didn't date all the men, just a couple of them. Yeah, but the pond, I showed it a little bit yesterday, maybe. I was really just showing the dogs, and I think it was like connecting from Wi-Fi and disconnecting. But since it's been lack of rain, it's almost dried up to like the other side. It gets kind of land before time scary like out here when it happens like that. And then they don't maintain it, so it overgrows and it's crazy. But when it's full, it wraps around. Like, I kind of like it when it's like this because the dogs can like run freely out there if it's not like overgrown. I don't like when they're out there when it's overgrown because there's a lot of different like critters out there. Yeah, you'd be surprised though. I was talking today about there's Ace, I think it was Ace Hardware. Yeah, Ace Hardware. They had a bait section, and I never knew that about this one, like, or any of them really. I've never been in a section where they had like plants like that. Tractor Supply, but not Ace. Anyways, the one over here literally had like a little bait section outside, and there was a bird out there, a big ass bird. And I thought it was a statue at first, and he flew off. And no, he was not a statue, he was real. And I was like, oh my god, who is that? And the guy's like, oh, that's our regular. He's here every day, all day. And I was like, well, throw him a couple, you know? And he's like, I gave him a whole bucket this morning, he's greedy. I'm like, yeah, greedy, alright. Oh. Interesting. Sorry. But yeah, they would 100% take the fish. It wouldn't even last like maybe a couple days. And if it did, I'm just being honest. Don't be a tourist and you're like stubborn in your ways and you're gonna try anyways. No, I'm letting you know that I literally would have a pond. Like anyone that knows that I have fish tanks, I would definitely have had a pond by now out here, but it's just not. Birds like will start to linger around and will stay for that. So every time you fill the pond, even if you were trying to reproduce, it wouldn't even be able to reproduce in time, because then probably raccoons would come at night. Boars and whores. Just kidding. I got jokes. Was it Sunday? What? Happy belated. What? We'll start a new chapter of Taurus season together, but you're actually a Gemini. You're nuts, James. Just kidding. There are a few Geminis in here too. I'm a cuss, so I'm allowed to say it. Stubborn, correct. Yeah, my dad was stubborn as hell. The women, I can only imagine. I've only the few women that I've had in my life that were Sag, like, it's like surface level, so not enough to have seen the sassy, but they're witty with like a splash of humor. Smart asses too, though, you know? Well, that's why I like them. Who's Selena? Thanks, Jor. Yeah, we must be soul buddies. What? Does she? That's awesome. What color does she have? Wait, tell me. Tell her to come find me. I've been looking for her. As long as she's over like 18, preferably 20 plus. And just soul buddies, you know? That's hilarious. I'm like, wait, tell her. I don't know, Kenneth. What are our Taurus characteristics? I don't know how I missed that one. I think I got annoyed with Harchest trying to be like, I could do what I want. The fish will survive. I'm like, no, they won't. Don't do it. I'm like literally being stubborn too. Characteristics, stubborn. We have many. I think that we're very like emotional too. We don't like to talk about it. As I get wiser on my journey, though, I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. I cry sometimes, it's fine. It's good to let it out. Better out than in, you know? But I also think that, like, we're not very open for a lot of change. And me being a cusp and, like, not really resonating with my cusp side for, like, a really long time. I've just, like, been, like, I'm Taurus, you know? I'm like, I can see where I have, like, internal conflict with the Taurus and the Geminis. The twins be fucking shit up sometimes, you know? And they literally aren't as grounded. Geminis are free little birds, too. And I really appreciate that. Like, coming from my stubborn, like, Taurus side that likes to stick to, like, routine or, like, knowing everything when it doesn't work that way, you know? Trying to be very, very organized when life has its own series of plans. So even a series of events. So even if you like have things like, okay, this is organized, this is how it's going to play out, and then a lot of that stuff could work out, but life's still going to throw whatever in the mix. So I really had to like figure that out of like a good happy medium of how do I accept those things, because I do feel like Taurus really get latched on to routines and not change. And most of the time though, change is like the best thing that could have happened to us, and we wanted to stay like stuck, you know. We could all say like a lot of this stuff is vague, but I think if you really work on your own personal self, like, because you should be your own best friend and then have your own friends, like a real friends, you know. But it's okay to be like, I hate saying the word loner, but I've always said that like about myself. I'm like, yeah, but I've always been a social butterfly too. And I think that's between the two signs of that. But I really like, I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people could say it's vague, but I think when you really know like yourself and you start to see patterns, because I look back now, I'm like fully aware of my spiritual journey. I'm always on a ride, so I'm willing to always learn more, see more. It never ends, you know. So I'm not like I know it all, because that's not the truth at all. But now that I'm like definitely accepting it's not like a what if on my spiritual journey, I'm just know that I'm on this spiritual journey, and we all are. But being aware of it is different than just like, just, I don't know, brushing it off. I know, like, from patterns, I've said this before, of like patterns of hanging out with the same sign. Like, I've had like groups of friends that were all the same sign, or like multiple of them the same sign, and then I'm the different sign. And I've just learned so much from those experiences that, like, I even know what kind of meshes with me. I love all the signs, but every sign has a little bit of crazy, and it's like defining what is that crazy in each sign. And like, obviously it has a lot to do with life experiences and what's made people the way that they are and how they handle things as well. But there are no coincidences to why people link together. It's definitely an energy. Hey, it's fine. My brother's also a Gemini too, James. But you know, I've learned a lot about them with the people that have been in my life. Um, and I definitely value them. I value everyone. Like I said, like even when I make fun and poke fun about like signs being crazy, we're all crazy. It's just different in similar ways, you know? Finding what meshes and what works, and we all operate differently. So if, you know, signs aren't meshing, because there are signs that I get along with definitely more than others, I still look for the goodness in every sign, because there is good in every sign. Everyone can teach everyone something. Oh, shoot. You good? Oh, you don't think so. Everyone else thinks you should. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Your little raven friend may be back, and this time he won't just take coins. Animals donated. How old are you, Pikachu? Yeah, we do like routine. I love fishing gills and thrills. Oh, is that a fishing rod? Oh, it is. Better than something else. That's a good conversational starter. You like fishing? Oh yeah, I'm no, I'm definitely I don't like saying entrepreneur because it's a little bit weird for me personally, but yeah, no. Nope. It comes in waves and stuff, and you definitely have to have drive and drive yourself, and if you're not pushing yourself to make money, you're not gonna make money kind of thing. But the reality is like, no. No. I can see myself doing business with people in the future. And I know that I have so many ideas of what I want to do and like dreams, but I'm not working for anyone again. And I don't want to say never though, because a good opportunity could come along, but I don't want to be at the hands and feet of anyone else and making their dreams come true when I have dreams too, you know? And I feel like a lot of these people pay good, hardworking people like bare minimum, if that. And that's so wrong, you know? Good people are hard to find, especially good hard workers. I got them from a thrift store. Yeah, Nathan, is that? Oh, I was like, okay, that's a profile picture. Do you collect? What's so funny, Mella? Do you collect stop signs? Oh, okay, Crusher, that's cool. Oh, you're a Gemini after all? That profile picture tells all. Different tiers of crazy, y'all. I'm just kidding. I got jokes. You like fishing? Or do you mean like collecting stop signs? Or do you mean that you run the stop signs because you're a Gemini? Literally. Mr. Bates. Oh no. You like fishing? Can you dig what I'm saying? Thanks, James. I'm like, I just went on a whole thing and I'm like, anybody not smelling when I'm stepping in? Well, hopefully I'm not stepping in nothing. But I just love that country saying. What's the other one? It's like, you picking up what I'm laying down? Thanks, Michael. 65? Who's 65? Exclamation point, Peter. Put what out there like a game? I hope that's not what I'm thinking. Think wisely before you answer that. The DDJ, people don't come out. Polly was able to get out of there. He was like sucked in like a zombie. But the DDJ is real, y'all. And don't be caught up in it. A lake trout? How big was the lake trout? Oh, good job, Rhodey. Thanks. I appreciate that because I was pretty sure another retracted message couldn't been any good. Say it with your chest. Or maybe never again, you know? I would think wisely. Because you won't be coming back. You get hit and it's done. There's no, like, oh, maybe she'll on. No. Nope. Nope. I'll send some hearts your way. I'll pray for you. But that's about it. If that. Why does the guy have to be a color? Why, you know? And I don't need nobody. I'm good. You work hard enough to not get fired? That's good. That's good. You know, when I worked from home for 6 years too, before I like was like, you know what? I'm throwing in the towel. Craziest decision I made. I learned a lot, but I didn't know who I was really. You know, I had inklings of who I was, but didn't really get to pour into like healing my inner child, a lot of things that I just like been go my whole life. But of course you still have to like survive in the world, so you have to define like how much do you need, how much do you want, like I don't know, changes a lot of things when you're not used to like a I don't know, steady bi-weekly paycheck, or like you work XYZ amount of hours and get like 5 hours off for yourself a week, and then you have to pour into adult chores, and then you have to pour into XYZ, and then you're like really never off, you know? But you're used to it because you have to survive, right? It's pretty messed up. And then we come to like the end of our days and we're like, wow, I done worked all my days away. Of course there comes to a point of retirement, etc., but it's crazy that people have to work so hard to just like survive. Like, how will you ever know what the meaning of life is, you know? So when I got off the hamster wheel, it's definitely a reality check of like, who are you? What do you find happiness in? What do you want to be, you know? And I'm still figuring out a lot of stuff, you know, we all are. But I do think it is very, very important. I'm not telling anyone to go quit their 9 to 5. You need to be responsible, for sure. But I do think it's important that we do invest XYZ amount of time into ourselves and still the dreams that we may want to come true. And a job can really put the dreams on a back burner sometimes. Sometimes they can help provide the dreams for financial reasons, of course. But maybe you don't have time. Maybe the finances are there and then you just don't have time or energy, you know? But it is important to pour into the soul. Because we're all just like we're like grown adult children still, you know? Or you need to be an adult in here or you get hidden. I'm just saying. A few laws. Oh no, we got a rebel in here, y'all. I'm like, how old are you, Nathan? I'm not anti-pew pew, but I don't know. The world would be a better place if no one had them. It's like fist fight a hoe, you know? Like, why are we using weapons and stuff? I understand why people have them for many obvious reasons, you know? And my redneck side appreciates them. But I definitely think the world has gone to the shitter because of them. The world, not even just like a country, like the world. Besides the UK, right, Stephen? You're not supposed to have them there? I remember you were saying that a long time ago. Is it rare to hear positives about Virgos? I talk about a group of Virgos that I hung out with several times in here. Literally, a whole group of them. I think like it was like a pub type scenery, and there were maybe like 10 other people, and there were rotating people. There were a lot of regulars, and then there was like rotating people, but mass majority of them were Virgos and extreme hippies. So you can paint the picture yourself. But I would do camping trips with them, and some of them be off the shit, to tell you that much. I think that's like emotional stuff buried in. But I also think they're very like very creatively thinking. Like they really do think outside the box. Men are different than women too, though. Obviously, if the Virgo, man and woman, they're similar, but I think men have it harder being Virgos because it is an emotional sign sometimes, and I think that men have like that shield of I can't be emotional, I can't cry, you know, can't be a wussy. But then that's so fucked up too because then things come crashing down. You're wondering why you're crying and if you're okay, or you've just buried stuff inside, you know. This could once again be like a vague situation. But I do think certain signs for men and for women, but for men, can be a little bit harder sometimes than others. And that's like the differences. Yeah, because you didn't really have a choice to kind of believe in the star signs, Mella, right? I mean, your upbringing, I don't know much at all yet, but you really didn't have like a choice. I'm like, I feel bad. Mella, what is your astrology? You guys gotta give me a couple times. I'm like, some of you guys came in like all around the same time. So I'm like making sure I don't get people confused. You guys are leaving your own impressions on me. But I'm still making sure that I don't confuse someone else with someone else. Like, sometimes it depends on the conversation that has like sticks as well. Like Harchez, like I didn't remember him saying he was a Taurus. So I was like, wait, I don't remember my own kind. Okay, hold on, let me catch up. I was trying to scroll back up because I was like, wait a minute. Damn, y'all, I'm at 6 miles. And it's hot as hell. Only 15 inches long. That's still a slammer. Hopefully it wasn't a little skinny mini. 3 pounds. Just kidding. It's still a fight, though. Fly fishing seems like it would piss me off. There was someone that came in here that was a fly fisher. It's probably been a few people, but I remember their name had something with fly fishing. I have a reel, but I've never used it. I think it would piss me off. When was the last time you went fishing? All the duckies are here. Come on. He loves to watch out for her. He's such a gentleman. She goes in, just annihilates everything, leaves him literal fucking crumbs, and then runs to the lake and doesn't watch out for him. She does it every day. Thanks, Tobe. Wait, what? Never what? Holy smokes. Yeah, you're hidden for life. That's a no. Okay, Rhodey, ride safe. I don't know how behind I am, but I hope you're riding safe. Looking like a badass. Yeah, I drank water today. I have the smoothie over here. I'm almost done. I drink a lot of water, y'all. I don't play around, especially when it's hot outside. That's no joke. I shrivel up. Yeah, money doesn't make you happy. When you have it, like, too, like, it doesn't solve all your problems, like, but it'll humble you as well, because you gotta have it, you know what I mean? But definitely doesn't solve all the problems. Okay, you're probably of age then, Nathan. Yeah, bad people can absolutely get pew-pews. It's actually really sad. Like, they should be doing extreme background checks, but it doesn't mean that even someone that passes a background check is like, look, she done gone down the lake. He's like scraping up the crumbs. Poor guy. What a hard worker. Literally, yeah, with people that don't have like criminal history, and they end up getting them and doing crazy stuff with them. Like, how are you supposed to know someone's off the fucking shits, you know? It's wild. And then don't get me started on, like, some of the could be allegedly conspiracies, could be actual events, so I never would, like, spit at someone that was involved in one of these things, you know? But some of them are a little funky. I'm like, the government be lying about shit, so I don't know, but especially when it comes to the school stuff, like with the pew-pews, that kind of stuff breaks my heart, because I'm like, what the hell? And it all stems off of someone not being loved right. They're being treated like shit, abused, dark shit that I'm not even going to bring up, that you can draw the conclusions, you know? And then that, like, spirals, you know? And some people are just twisted, but I do like to say, you know, I don't like to say, but I don't sympathize with the whack jobs like that, but I do try to think, okay, like, we don't know these people's state of mind. We don't know what they had been through to make them become XYZ, you know? Does not make it right if they're doing wild ass shit. Absolutely not. But usually they just aren't born that way, you know? There's a series of events that led to more series of events. It's pretty effed up. That's what I thought you said. See, like, it should be like that here. They're all like, oh, yeah, we stopped doing, like, certain automatic ones and stuff. And Tom was saying there's a new ban on another one, I think, like, next month or some shit. And I'm like, I don't know. It's crazy. Like, I can see why people have them, but they're not helping the cause. So that makes feelings. I stand, like, kind of in the middle. Like, you're not going to tell me that I can't have them, but I'm not. I don't think that we should all be walking around, and like people that are hot-headed too, carrying too, like, even though you took a course doesn't mean that you may not pop off. I've seen people pop off too that have taken the course, have their license, and they act damn fool, and I'm like, that's why you shouldn't have them. Right there. I don't know about a challenge. I'm already riding a bike and I'm already at 6.6 miles. Hold on. Alright. Oh, look. It's Tommy Pickles. That's the perfect person to be. I literally was just talking about you. I don't know if I'm late to the chat like that. But literally was just talking about you. In the, my 1040, I don't remember what y'all called it, that was getting banned or something. If anyone wants any education about pew-pews, Tom is the one to go to. How's it going? Did the kitty come back? He's like, meow. He's like, get to work, suckers. Or I'll piss on your stuff. That's what the kitty said. You've never seen one, Steven? Never? Yeah, Tom, Darla is actually called Harchez. I've yet to see Darla. Like I said before, it reminds me of Little Rascals. Oh, Darla. Oh, Taurus brothers. Don't be getting into it. You're working your ass off today? Wrong gender part. They pulled you over in 2 mopeds? I don't know if I would have taken that seriously. I guess you have to stop, but... like, what the hell? What kind of Dumb and Dumber shit is this? Little Nas? No. I've heard a couple of those songs, but no. Are they, Tom? I've never been. My friend went through a whole thing, though, coming back from Italy. Like, a whole thing. She had to pay, like, $4,000. I don't even remember the story. It was, like, so many... It was, like... I don't know, like 5 years ago. Some wild stuff. The police. Yeah, they're like, who's this Brit in the streets? What were you doing? A taser? I mean, tasers would do some damage too, but I feel like that definitely brings it down. But hey, I'm sure it stops like a lot of violence though, which is what needs to be done. I feel like these little chucklenuts get these things in their hands and they just go nuts. And they're missing screws already in there, and I'm like, great. We've put a weapon in the hands of a moron. Good job. You're 67? No way. Someone said 67 earlier. I think you're just pulling that one out. You're almost 50, Nathan? Oh, shit. This year is going to be your 50th? Hold on. Oh my gosh, Tom. You found the guy? So you called them? Thanks, 4K. I had some orange ones on earlier in the office. I was like, this would be on my outside. Feeling good, biking glasses, you know? What up? How's your day? I'm about to take the pups out in a minute. Well, I mean, regardless if they say they were to be like, we're taking away everything, people are still going to go out and collect as much as they can. I mean, look at COVID. You couldn't find rounds anywhere. It was nuts. I couldn't even find fishing tackle, y'all. I was like, what the hell? Wild. I was like, is everyone like preparing for the zombies? Like, what is happening? Yeah, and people would get real squirrely if you told them, like, you couldn't have anything. That's what they do. If they're like, you can't do this, people are like, I'm gonna do it anyways, you know, and that's just gonna make it fucking worse. But it has got way out of control. Way out of control. Like, I learned how to use the pew pew when I was still playing with Barbies, y'all. So it's like, I look at it like now, where was a more responsible adult, in my opinion? I'm glad I learned it because being an adult, I have them. I know how to use them, safely use them. And I think that's what it should mean, not just like an ego thing, not like, oh, I just pull it out and bust the cat. I'm like, no, should not be none of that. It should not be a threatening thing. People like to threaten with them too. And then it's like, if you pull it out, you should be using it, you know? You shouldn't be making a decision of, you should be using it with reason, not like just you had a bad day, you know? That's where the world's getting crazier. And then, I don't know, people just have a lot of anger and don't think long term about how making decisions with them could ruin their life forever just because maybe they were upset. And not everyone is like this, y'all. So don't be like, I'm not like that. Because, I mean, not everyone is obviously like that. But you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, maybe later. For sure. Tom's like, that's why I carry mine everywhere. That right there. I'm not against it, but I just think some people are really squirrely and shouldn't be making decisions like that. You guys would be shocked. You would be like, I don't believe you, Dutchie. But you can't show that stuff on live, right? I see you guys post your shorts and shit. I'm like, can't you be doing that? I mean, I don't know. Where's the guidelines? My first apartment, I had literally my practice targets from the shooting range literally in as soon as you walked into my living room. Like, people would be like, what the fuck? Like, just gotta let you know. Just gotta let you know. And then I realized, okay, maybe this isn't like the most welcoming thing, you know? And I got, like, as I got wiser, I was, like, thankful that I learned how to use one. Because I do feel way differently about them now. I'm more of a peace and love type of gal. For the ones that know me, I shouldn't have to say that. But in general, I am more of a peace and love type of gal. But don't get it twisted. You can come in my house and you weren't invited. That's not gonna work out. Not gonna work out, you know. And putting anyone in harm's way, like, I just don't want to make decisions like that in this life. I'd much rather be telling people to love each other and fix the crazy of the world so we can all heal one person at a time, you know. And go ahead and tell me those some crazy dreams, Dutchie. And I'll say it is, but I still hope. I can still be nice and sweet and try to, you know, change the world a little bit at a time. But kindness can be taken for weakness, and that's where we're at. And that's a no. Tom. He's like, I'm just gonna lay it out there. Yeah, okay, that's good. See, like, people should be safely putting them away, you know? My mom also gave me, it's like called a man beater. It's like this literal, like, heavy ass. I gotta pull it out and show it out on live sometime. Like, it's very close by. But there's other things that I would much rather go for than that. But it would probably knock someone the fuck out. I remember I saw it digging through her stuff, and she was like, oh, you can have it. And I was like, oh, I'm taking this. Are you in Canada? That's cool. I mean, that's good. But I feel like they do background checks here too. But there's still some shit that pops off even with those. Because as I was saying earlier, you know, like, hopefully I'm not that late to the damn chat. But As I was saying earlier, people maybe have no criminal record and then go in and stock up and first timer, they're good to go, and then they do some wild shit. That's crazy. I mean, they're supposed to take like courses and stuff, but I feel like with anything, yeah, you may go take the course and stuff, but look at driver's license, for instance. Definitely a different situation. And I wouldn't want to go retake my driver's license every XYZ amount of years, but I really be wondering how these people got their license, you know? I'm like, holy shit. Like, wow, like you really finessed the teacher. You drove with your eyes shut and still pass, like, and I think like the same thing with like anything, same with guns. Like people go and take these courses, I understand, and then they still fly off the fucking handles. Oh, you actually went to Google it, Harches? Look at you. Midwest junkyard racing. You got a junkyard, or you're racing with junkyard treasures? Let me know you got 300ZX. What prescription? I just saw the name and I was like, oh shit. No prescription. You're just beaming hearts, Whatever prescription that is. Sending out all the love vibes. Oh yeah, that's cool, Nathan. Yeah, I think women should definitely know how. For sure. The girl across the street, I was like, well, if dude tries to break into your house, like, what are you going to do? She's like, I've never even touched one. I was like, you want to go to the range? And she's like, she looked at me like I was fucking nuts. And I was like, well, I'm just letting you know. Don't be one of those people that go fucking get one and then you don't know what to fucking do and your first time is what, a bad situation? That sounds brilliant. And some of them kick, so if you're not expecting that, no way. I prefer littler ones, but I've definitely had a pew pew like shotgun, which I just said the word, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but I've been able to have one of those in my hands a couple times, and I'm not down with the kick. I'm not down with trying to throw my shoulder out and shit. Yeah, I said people all should fight each other hand in hand. Like, fight me with your fucking hands. Like, it's like, like, why are we, like, I feel like it's almost like pansy behavior. Like, most of the people that go off the shits and use pew-pews in a bad way are, like, really filled with ego or they can't fight. And I'm like, no, no, no. Like, I don't know. I grew up in some crazy different places and seen rough and privileged and, I don't know, country as shit. So I've seen a lot of different things. And it's amazing how people show up with weapons. And why do they usually show up with weapons? Like, you may say, oh, because they're wondering if the other people have them, they rather have than not have. But a good portion of the time, it's because they can't defend themselves. But imagine if you, like, strip the pew-pews away for a second. No one, they just all vanished. Like, no one was even able to hoard them. The pew-pew fairies came in and took them all. So imagine for a second. I think fighting would change. I don't think even people would be fist fighting like that. They would probably still be a little angry, especially if, like, like, we lived in time, but imagine for a second we lived in time and no one had them, and you never even knew they would exist. Like, at all. What would people do? Who's Caitlin? You still here, 4K? Why? Share now. It's okay if you don't want to share now, that's fine. But yes, I'd like to hear. You were actually arrested, though? So what happened? Were you, like, visiting? Obviously, you were visiting. How did that work out? Did you have to fly back here for court? Yes. Steven's naughty naughty. True, Tom. Wow, tiling some hard work. I hope they pay you well. It's like easy work. I watched them. It's not easy work. I watched them tile a bathroom in my house one time, and I was actually like picking their brain because I was interested in doing it because it's kind of artsy. I can see how people really get nitpicky and want certain things, especially with styles and stuff. But you're kind of just like using a glue stick, and putting it on the wall, making it stick, and you have to seal it. It depends on all the details and stuff, and obviously I'm probably missing some things because I'm not a tile person. But I mean, I just see the arts and crafts of it, and I think it would honestly be a really good workout lifting the tiles over and over and over again. That would be one reason I probably wouldn't do it unless I was yoked. Because who would want to bust up some tiles? They actually dropped one of the tiles on my floor. And I was like, you gonna say anything or? $3 years. Oh my gosh. When was this? Yeah, I don't think even Americans care. I mean, I care. But they're like, right to bear arms. Yeah, boss. I love when people call it that, Tom. That's responsible. I know you're responsible. I never question your your pew pew knowledge and responsibility. That's for sure. But I do have to ask for people that are actively like using their pew pews. You have to think like where do they fly off to? You know, like hold on. Sorry. It's like thin air. Do they poof off into atmosphere? No, they end up flying somewhere. And that's also something that I consider very dangerous. Like if you're out in like the woods and stuff, still, like how do you not know it's like not getting into something? And obviously it is. And I mean, honestly, from my like situation here in the neighborhood, I'm like, why would you like, I don't know, be going to anyone's home, especially nowadays. We're not living in the 20s, y'all. Like most people got a pew pew, so I don't know why you would do that. And anything becomes a tool for survival, if no matter what the circumstance is. Like I'll use a damn spoon. Oh, I'm fucking behind if you're telling me the guidelines, yo. And I gotta take the dogs out. You can't handle one? Like you could have it in your hand and you just can't fire it? Or you just can't have one at all? Okay, good to know. Well, what about shorts? Is it just live? Maybe later I'm late. Yeah, it's a mix of both. It's like, am I giving like Austin Power, groovy baby? Or am I giving like I will protect my ground? All I need is like a little tiny American flag. Or just something redneck. Because clearly Canadians can be redneck too. That's hilarious. Yeah, well, I mean, it's better than a profile picture I saw the other day, Nathan. So I was like, oh, he's letting everyone know. No aliens, too. No wife beaters. Are you saying, like, no to all these things? Or, like, you haven't been charged with all these things? I did some modeling in my younger days. No, I'm not giving Elton his glasses back. He actually said that I could borrow them, and I took the orange ones. Does he suck on the organ? I don't know. They are a tool, but they're just like, like, just be a hippie with me for a second, y'all. Especially the ones that are supporting it. I would never be like taking away your rights to bear arms. I support it. I just think that it's really, really made the world a crazier place to live in. Because a lot of people have them. Even criminals that shouldn't have them. Yeah, Tom. if I was, actually, I'm gonna leave that one. I'm gonna leave it alone. Leave it alone. I feel like it's too late to have somewhat more of a control. Look, like they pass bans all the time and people are running out to get them before they're gone. Five minutes later, they're like, oh, we got the wrong guy. We got the wrong bloody bloke. Yeah, I was like, how did that work out? Steven's like, yeah, I did 6 years in the county prison. He's smoking a cigarette, and for some reason, I'm thinking of like Fear and Loathing. Maybe because of the glasses. That is a movie I have seen, y'all. You should be proud. I actually own it. Yeah, I was wrongful. I'd love to hear the story. I'm gonna take the dogs out in a second, though, so don't share. Unless you already did. Nathan's like, shut up, little girl. It's not easy. No, it's not. They work their ass off, but like the concept seems kind of easy, in my opinion. But it's definitely a lot of lifting. You're on your knees, like funny how the roles reverse. Oh, Sankey, I don't know. Yeah, I have 2 sheets of towel right here. Like they're leftover from when I didn't use in the bathroom. I've been thinking about what to do with it because it's not much at all. I was thinking about putting my ducks' food and water on one sheet. And I don't know what to do with the other, but they're definitely heavy. I was moving around all the patio stuff this past weekend, and they're definitely a workout. So to do that all day, every day, almost, I just hope y'all get paid well. Yeah, Sandy. Get a back scratcher. Hey, from Scotland. A lot of things are dangerous. I mean, anything could be a weapon, y'all. Oh. See you never, Charlie. See you never. Ask me if I care. And yeah, anything could be a weapon. But you can on shorts? Are you sure? Or are you just posting them on shorts? Like, how do we know? Because I see them, but I'm just wondering if people are just like bypassing, a loophole that's not a loophole. And obviously, I've seen your short. Nathan, check out Tom's page. Oh, and a DUI. What up, Shaw? Yeah, house chores are boring. I do need to take the pups out, y'all. Let me see where I'm at. Yeah. They're like, they're literally staring at me like it's mother effing dinner time. They're like, you don't need a pew pew, you got me. You know, people will be like, you have protection dogs, it's fine. I'm like, I will tear someone's fucking face off for my dog, so best believe that. Oh, yeah. You talk a bunch of trash. But that's why we like a good happy medium around here. We do. The Virgos. Maybe later, you and Tom are Virgos. You guys can, like, literally, like, see the similarities between the two. Yeah, check out Tom's page. He, like, has several pew-pew things going on in there. You like hunting, fishing, and shooting shit in the sky. That's for you. Yeah, you too, maybe later. Fit check? No. I'm, like, literally hot as hell. Oh no, it's too early for love, y'all. The glasses may be a little maybe mixed messages, but send the love, but we're not in love. Jesus. Cat Wrangler, it's like the dangler. Where's Bama? I'm so done. I'm like, where is Bama? Cat Wrangler, I'm so done. I'm gonna let the pups out. Hold on, look at my tomato. Oh, look at them. They're just like cute. Look at that one. It's so cute. They look like little apples. Like, so proud. Super duper proud. Alright, BRB. I'm like, beware of dog. I don't think it's gonna sit very well, though. I don't trust it. Oh, here we go. Hold on, BRB. Give me a second, y'all. Bama, somebody was named Cat Wrangler in here earlier. That's some hard work. I'm catching up. I'll be back in the chat in a second. Bear with me. Feeding the doggy dogs. Your rods, like your fishing rods? The gators? You mean the kitties? Mama, Tommy was talking to you. Yeah, your profile picture. You must really love them. Your profile picture has been the same for like 3 days. Oh shit, Mama, I gotta show you what I found. Tom's out there busting his ass today. Looking like he peed his pants. That really sounds like all hell did break loose. Some wild shit. That's some crazy stuff. That's some job security right there. You know what I mean? It's pretty awesome to have those skill sets, though, because, I mean, a lot of people don't. At least you can say you can fix some stuff, you know? Yeah. Well, remember one's a Dutch Shepherd, but yeah, definitely. My little crocodiles. They ate, now they're feeling frisky. They're like getting rowdy. They're so cute. Like they like play fight and then they kiss each other. They're like brothers and but lovers, but like friends. It's confusing. I thought you meant fishing rods. I was like, oh good lord. I was like, how is that possible? Spray those puppies down. Bama, don't you start with that shit. I said earlier there was someone named Cat Wrangler, and I was like, not the Wrangler Dangler. Anything but the Wrangler Dangler, y'all. It may be a silly question, Tom, but can you, said hi. Can you weld anything together? In this here stream, you hear? You heard? You heard? They're like, no danglers. We better stop. That'll be their new command word. Get them on the dangler. Get them on the dangler. I know. It's crazy. They be saying crazy shit. I need to just show you doing some bite work some more. Just turn them up. You scare them all. Get them. You got them. Looking crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, man. You're fucking nuts. Our motto around here, cute and crazy. Crazy and cute. I'm like wrapping some stuff up over here. Started a little bit of dinner. Mama, you can't even spell it. Oh no, not those two. Both of you getting, I'm deleting them. Oh, that's cool. I imagine you could probably easily weld some garden stuff together then, right? Man, that sound like the vodka kicking in, boy. Can you pet that dog? No, don't pet that dog. Yeah, they were going to be. And then I swooped in. I was like, can I pet those dogs? Can I have those dogs forever? Forever. I've seen some police demos, like, of them running their dogs and shit, and there was one time the dude's dog just, like, straight up didn't listen to him at all. Like, I'm talking about at all. And they try to play it off, and I was like, there's no way you're playing that off. Literally doing a demo in front of a crowd. Hold on a second. Like, multitasking. I was like, that ain't gonna work, y'all. That ain't gonna work. Hold on. Great. Oh, I fear anyone that come in here uninvited. I'll pray for you. In your sleep, what? Oh, like you're saying you could easily do that. Yeah, because I got some tomato cages, and they just look like they were welded like pure shit. They were cheap, so I'm not complaining too much, and I don't have a welder. But I know someone that does weld, and I know they're not that great. So I'm like, oh, okay, so they could probably easily do it then. Maybe. I love me some like smoky whiskey with some barbecue. Ooh, boy. Hi, Foxy. Thanks for coming in. I just want to give your dog a big old hug. Can you pet that dear dog? Hold on. How are you doing today, Foxy? Oh, geez. Soon midnight. Bama, you're working on a record. The person that I know has been welding for a while, so I'm not gonna say a while, but it's definitely been a few years, so I would assume they've gotten better unless they gave up. But I was thinking about, like, maybe having them weld me some garden stuff. Better stop playing around before I become a welder. So go on and get you a welder. Well, you're just doing so good, Tommy Pickles. Should be proud of yourself. Almost a year. It ain't worth it to go back, especially if it's like a preference thing. Then you know you can't just do a drink here and there, and you know it ain't good for you. Just stay away. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. I'm like finishing up some stuff over here. Ooh, no gas. So I'm assuming electric. Don't judge me. I'm just asking for a friend, you know? What about some peppermint snaps? I used to love me some peppermint snaps. I had a couple really cool bartender friends, and they would always be like, "You're wild," but they're like, "We'll take one too," because no one ever orders peppermint snaps. Every day or two. Oh my gosh. If you like pina coladas, then don't drink with Tom. I'm so done. That's crazy. That cannot be good. Bama be getting ripped too. Ripped like a little tater chip. You already are. You're getting an intense ass workout. But I understand. You just want to let your hair down, you know? You just want to lay your hair down. I was just making sure. I was like, I think that's the only other option. I'm like, he's probably going to laugh at me, but at least we'll get a good laughing, right? Yeah, I prefer anything electric. Like, I have tools that are both electric and gas, and I'm more than likely going to use the electric anything. But I did have a leaf blower one time that was electric, and that shit almost caught on fire, and that'll make me think twice about electric stuff. But for the most part, I'm using electric. I don't care for the gas, anything. Got too much stuff destroying the world, as is. Oh my God, Tom! You and Bam on a record. Don't be promoting and provoking DDJs in here. She went out to dinner with her friends. You're like, hurry up, lady, we got business to do. Were you guys both off on Monday? Yeah, electric cars and golf carts. No, actually, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the electric cars. I can see where they could have been useful decades ago before global warming was like at an all-time high. But now I just think it's like a way to like rob people of their money and try to make them feel like they're saving money because they're not using gas. But things aren't made like they used to be. So cars are definitely going downhill a lot faster than they used to. So I have mixed feelings about that. Was anyone surprised? I got mixed feelings about a lot of stuff. I'm not anti, but I don't know. I won't say I won't ever get an electric car. I see a good purpose of what they could be, but I damn sure wouldn't get a Tesla, y'all. That's a no. That's a no. Oh my God. That's another one for the books. Oh my God. Oh no, I need to put my heart glasses back on or off. I don't know. Oh my God. I'm so done. I actually, you know what's funny is like the last like month I've had, or last like maybe couple months now, I've had people randomly tell me that they've just sat back in these chats and they don't know how to say things. Or they've been coming around for a while and haven't had the nerve to say anything. And then I'm sure they see these wild ass chats and they're like, oh good Lord. Oh my God. See, that's what I'm talking about. He'd be reading them before I delete them. Tom ain't got no shame in his game. Bama either. And apparently maybe later is like, maybe later. Oh, good Lord. Closing my eyes. Someone dropped the emoji in with the monkey covering its eyes and ears. That's me right now. More so the eyes. As long as the women's happy, that's all that matters. Happy wife, happy life. It's really something to live by, you know? There was a guy that came into Starbucks and he would always say that every fucking time he bought his coffee for his wife, or bought her coffee. He's like, happy wife, happy life. Some days he was happy, some days he was miserable, but he was always saying it. And I was like, you know what? He's on to something. You gotta share the message. y'all are like, we can tell Touchy anything. And I'm like, oh, good Lord. Don't juice anything else. Oh my God. Stop calling me that, Bama. God damn it. Oh my God, Tom! That's what I thought. I couldn't get crazier. Oh my God. The people that sit back on these fucking chats, yo. They're probably like, oh, we know Tom and Bam are the wild ones. Oh my God. Well, as long as they're not faking it, I guess I guess that we're all good, right? I don't know how women do it, you know? I don't know how we do it. Men or something else. Maybe later. He's like, yeah, I've been sitting back reading it all. Yeah, I do have the best mods on YouTube. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, y'all. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, what am I reading? But it's okay. Sometimes you just gotta say some stuff, you know? Apparently Bama said sharing is caring. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Y'all are at like neck and neck with these messages being deleted today. Y'all know that's like a bat signal in this bitch. Thank God I'm not actually laughing. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Tom's at 19 messages deleted. And then, let's see, Bama's at 16. Yeah, you found your ashtray? Oh my gosh. And you're like, and she's like, honey, you're on speaker. I know there ain't no shame in y'all's game. Hey, I mean, some people are sharing. I mean, sometimes they be doing that. I told you I went to that swinger party, and my friend didn't tell me it was a swinger party. There was literally only me, my girlfriend that I brought, and the guy that invited us, who was not a swinger, was not in a relationship. There may have been a couple other people that weren't swingers, but mass majority were swingers. And if you don't know and you show up and you just see it start to pop off, I was like, holy smokes. And I never knew swingers eat pineapple. And I always bragged about the pineapple because they put Fireball in it. And it was so fucking good. It was so good. They're trying to, like, get people. And meanwhile, that's the fruit of their calling. I was like, oh my God. These are things I should have known. Should have known. Had no idea I was tearing it up. I actually had to save my friend. She went back inside, probably get some more pineapple. And they were trying to get her because I was outside and I was like, it's getting kind of weird out here. And if y'all know me, I can tolerate a lot. Like, I just accept people for who they are. If you be doing shit, you be doing shit. But some wild stuff. Hold on a second. Oh, I didn't pull anyone's keys. You know, I didn't. There were a couple people that I was like, maybe, but primarily I was like, oh shit. I saw like people switching off that had known each other for years. Because you could start seeing who was friends there. It was wild. Like, yeah, it's like a mystery, and you start piecing it together, and you're like, wait a minute. And I ended up pulling my friend aside, and I was like, yo, like, what is happening here? Did I miss something? Yeah, I missed the whole fucking thing. I was like mortified though when the house owner was with this a younger chick though, and I was like, oh my god, does his wife know? That was like clue number one. There were other clues, but I was like, what is happening? Like, does she know? Oh, the pups are on it. They're like, no danglers, we'll get the danglers. You need to stop it up or step it up. Oh, yeah, we're not sharing any videos. Absolutely. That is asking for divorce tomorrow. Oh, I did not see that. Oh my gosh. I don't live under a rock, y'all. I'd just be like shocked. Sometimes they be doing that. I knew a couple people that told me that in like in confidence, like this is what I'm doing, and I was like, hey, you do what you do, you know. Um, and it was interesting. Like, I've always had people tell me like random shit. Maybe they feel comfortable telling me, and I just have that energy. But wow, I'm like, I don't. That wouldn't work for me. That wouldn't work. It's just not gonna work. It's all fun and games until feelings get involved and people get fucking hurt and shit. Bam was like, I'm ready now. I'm ready to have this conversation. Oh my god, that one's almost too good not to delete. Maybe later. Maybe later is like literally working up his deleted messages. He's on number 2 now. That was good. Yeah, no videos. Bama, you got a copy and paste chart on your phone? You have like most said lines. That's definitely one. Yeah, no, I honestly, it should be pinned. It should be pen, but I don't want to attract that, you know? But I get a good laugh. Maybe later fits right in around here, apparently. I don't know which one he's doing, but probably a little bit of both. Maybe later literally was trying to save Polly out of DDJ. Just so you know, DDJ is dirty, or it could be Dirk Dangler jail, or it could be Dirty Dangler jail, but they be in the DDJ, y'all. You don't, do you even want to know, Arjas? I'm dead. Somebody fill him in. I gotta finish some things around here. I'm like, someone give him some pineapple. Now y'all boys play nice. Oh my god. He's a rope swinger, y'all. Swings like the fucking circus? Yeah, I think people are seeing our comments because I said, be mindful, y'all. I had quite a few people. There were like literally at least 4 people that told me in the past month that they literally have been sitting back and don't know when to say anything, but they think if the chat's cool. And now I'm like, I wonder what they painted perceptions. They're like, oh, there goes Tom again. There goes Bama beating the shit out of people with his wrench again. Tom's more likely to let things slide a little bit more than Bama. But then I feel like when it gets to like the dark side and shit, both of them swing. So I've like remembered those people saying that shit to me, like, oh wow, like especially like conversations like this, I'm like, oh man, here we go. Well, at least we give people a good laugh, you know? Oh, I went ham on deleting the comments, y'all. Bama and Tom are at it and deleted messages. Yeah, you did. You're like, let me go get on my swing again. Swinging and dangling. Look, Mom, no hands. What's a slag? Yeah, I kind of felt like, honestly, after I left that party scenario, that I may have been like, I don't want to say a victim by far, but I definitely feel like it was like a lure. Me and my friend were definitely odd people out, and it kind of made, I don't want to say the swingers uncomfortable, but they definitely were like, do they know what's about to pop off when the sun goes down? And we had no fucking clue. Scrap metal. Oh, good lord. That's another one for the book, Tom. You on a roll tonight. Don't take no hard feelings. I don't want to promote no hate, discrimination, no danglers. Alright, be right back, guys. I'll be back in like a few minutes. They're also called scrubbers, Tom. I cannot. You're lucky you didn't get a timeout. All of y'all. Don't be promoting these danglers in here. You'd be going to DDJ. Nah, I could probably like never put y'all in DDJ. I appreciate y'all. I always enjoy the laughs. You never know what we will laugh about in here, that's for sure. Joe! What up? Literally, you scroll up a little bit, and Tom was talking about British slang for calling someone a sleazer. Pretty much a scrubba. How are you? What up? I was talking to Davey the other day, and we had a good laugh, and I told him, I was like, don't forget that we're all the misfits that fit, and we all, we all started together, you know? Rolling with the homies. Andy's crazy ass included too. And Fraggle. Duh, even though Fraggle lost the notebook. Lots of love and hugs. I translated for you, don't worry. I at least hope I did. Yeah, we are. We're forever going to be rolling around our misfit van singing and laughing and tooting too. It's so good to see your face, lady. I've been meeting some new people in here. There's another Brit in here too. But my core people, I was saying to Davey, you know, I'll never forget my core people. Like, you guys are, like, ultimately, the other people are awesome too. Obviously, all my mods. But my core people, you know who you is. And if you don't, I'll let you know, you know? But you were definitely one of those people, Joe. I had some good times and laughs and tears with y'all that are irreplaceable. Let's summon Davey in here. I don't know where Fraggle is. His birthday's coming up soon. I did reach out to one of Andy's friends to see where he's at, cause you know he pissed me off. But humans do that. But I also think he has a good soul, and you know all of us together can accomplish good things and good energy. You know, so I forgive, but I don't forget. But I also understand that we all have like crazy different walks of life, even when they're similar, and it's better to lift each other up than kick each other down, you know? Oh my gosh. She'd be like rolling with the homies. She's like, here's a kiss for you and a hug for Dutchie. She's like, West Side. I'm just kidding. She will always be sending signs. Yeah, it has. It's been about a year or so. I don't know if the friend said anything yet, but I reached out to the one that reached out to me before, and I was like, the one that's actually like a human. You never know on the internet, but I reached out, so I'll let everyone know when I know, you know. I do always hope the best for him. I had some good laughs with his ass too. He's fucking nuts because he's a Gemini, but he can't help it, you know. We all are a little crazy. We're all a little mad, and there is a lot of good history here. Maybe later. Maybe later meet Joe. Joe meet maybe later because, or maybe later. You know, I don't know your mom, but I do feel an energy there. And it is cool that we've seen some butterflies chit-chatting together, and your mom's like, I'm here, bitches. I'm just kidding. She probably doesn't say that. But that's so awesome. I feel like we all are connected. And remember, my grandma's a Brit, so who knows? Joe is one of like my ride or dies. Like she is literally my home skillet, my sister from another mister, my little JoJo yo-yo. She's a fucking rapper. You better tell her thank you for blessing us with her presence maybe later. I'm just kidding, but she is fucking awesome, so I'm not kidding about that. She's literally like one of my first like 5 mods for sure. I think honestly it was Bama, Andy. There was Thomas too, if you remember Thomas, and then there was another one, but wishy-washy on the vibes, so that was removed. But I remember you were like one of my first few people, Joe, in my lives, and we had some good laughs and talked about kitties and animals and rapping. And then we had Davey, of course, too. My original OGs. Like honestly, you guys like are what made me like even more comfortable on naturally being myself, you know? Because I'm like, damn, like I actually like these people, and I feel like they like me too, and I should just continue to be naturally me and like F it, you know? Because I think a lot of people wonder, like, how will people perceive me on the internet? And you can tell me that it's not true, but we know that's not true. So it does feel good to like let my hair down and be naturally me and be accepted, and also find people that I hope I make them feel accepted too, you know, because that's a rare thing in this life. Yes, the woozy woozy sauce. Davey and I were talking about the woozy woozy sauce a few days ago. I'm like, how could we forget the rap and the woozy woozy? I told Davey, I'm like, you need to make a new rap. Yeah, not just new people, but fucking awesome new people. You did say good people. You're right. I got excited because I'm like, no, 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 we need awesome good people. And that's like dimes and dozens. Oh, you have a good soul, Jojo. We've had lots of laughs and tears and happiness in here and bounce things off one another. You know, I know that we met in a past life, 100%. We're reconnecting in this life, and now that we're reconnected, there's no way we can disconnect, you know? And that's how I feel about you guys. I genuinely mean that. Like, I care about you guys so much, and like I feel like I have like a good idea of who you guys are. Even like if I don't know everything, I can feel it in my soul when good people are around. It's crazy. How long has it been since what we saw each other last? Or how long have I known little JoJo? I've only been living for a year and about 6 months now. Almost 6 months. Almost a year and 6 months. But I've had my channel for a while. It was doing shorts, but I never lived. I did like other things. But they were supporting me. I was shy, believe it or not. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. Maybe I'll find some awesome people. Maybe I won't. And I ended up finding more than I could ever imagine. And that's like the beauty of it. So, when people get like crazy about YouTube and stuff, and I get behind in the chat and everyone's like, oh shit, she's behind in the chat again. I'm like, no, I just like value like good people, and I'm willing to search and dig and be a little behind in the chat sometimes if it's willing to weave and bob and find some more connections for all of us. Because I will say, like even when Davey was like doing his channel more and stuff too, like I was meeting people in there, like meeting Tom, Steven, definitely Shayna, quite a few people. And even when people do other things and like maybe don't stop in all the time or whatever, it's still like a treat because we have like these cool connections with people and get good laughs. Maybe you connect more with some than others, but overall, I think that's a good core of people. Definitely a party hat. It's like a trail mix. Oh, JoJo. And the angels heard. I say the same thing. When I started my lives, I said it before. You've heard me say it, Joe. I'm like, all right, divine, guide me where I need to be, because I think that I need to like just naturally be me and find cool people and vibe and chat and like make life a little bit less like blah, because I feel like life can be overwhelming and sad and confusing, and people don't know how to like make friends in the real world because the real world's so cold and stuff. And just be guided to where I need to be and say what I need to say and spread more love than anything. But I'm sassy too, so I keep everybody on their toes. Oh, that's so sweet. Guess what? You both are Virgos. I want to introduce you to all the Virgos. I told you there's quite a few Virgos in here maybe later. By the way, Joe, he is also a Virgo, just like Tom. I was gonna say Wolfie, but he told me he was a Virgo, but he lied. I appreciate that though. And you're still new here, so you're probably still like scoping it out. I had good vibes about him, Joe. I met a couple really awesome people the last like week and a half or so, and I've been blessed because I was like, you know what, like the chat was getting a little crazy at some points, and I was like picking up on who was picking up on the weird shit and knowing that that's not something that I want to promote around here, and also like good people that like have good conversations besides all the crazy stuff when it does pop off. Like we can weave through it and have some laughs and honestly learn from it. I don't know. I'd like to say we learn stuff around here. You're like, James says that too. There's a person that comes in here that's a Libra, and he's like, we're crazy, but they never call us ugly. Virgos must feel the same way. Oh, Joe, I was at an auction last week, and I met this chick, and she's a Virgo, and she was fucking, she was something else. She had me, like, in tears, and I could tell some people were kind of judging her a little bit, but she just had me cracking up. Just kept it real. Whatever came to mind, she said it and didn't give two fucks. She was drinking the woozy sauce. And by the way, maybe later, the woozy sauce is Worcestershire shore sauce. If you know, you know. If you don't, I guess you're gonna learn. I didn't know if you were wondering what that was. I was like, could have left you out on it. Just kidding. That's cool that you said travels, though, because it is true. It's cool. Like, I feel like, like some people are like, YouTube, just YouTube, but I've said it before, I, like, leave off the channel, and sometimes I have some, like, I've had some beautiful conversations here, like, beautiful, and that's how I know that I'm, like, on the right path of where I need to be, because sometimes it's, like, draining if I have to deal with a bunch of fucking weirdos, and then I'm like, alright. But Joe knows me as, like, small potatoes as well, and I'm still definitely small potatoes. But as I climb through my journey, like, I try to definitely humble myself of, like, my core people once again, because they're really dimes and dozens. When I was going through my little mod list yesterday on the computer, I was like, wow, like, all these people right here had to swim through sea of fucking monsters for us to connect. And then, even crickets as well, and had, like, some really down-to-earth conversations and uplifting and mind-changing conversations that they're irreplaceable. I'll never say that enough. Yeah, hoist inside shore sauce. I'm gonna be like, you got the woozy woozy? Forget about it. If you don't got the woozy woozy, we out of here. I said, forget about it. I do find no coincidence that pretty much all my mods have a fucking humor. And I think every human has some type of humor, but I really value that the humor is so similar that there's good vibes more so than any friction. Because, like, we learn along the way. We don't really know. Like, we all hope that the ones we're chatting with, like, are genuine people and vibing and just whatever everyone's purpose is in these chats. Like, either you're living or you're chatting with someone or whatever, like, you're kind of growing, like, a rapport. So, when people come in here, obviously, when you go to any chat, they have mods. Not all chats, but most chats will have mods, and you kind of start to link together who is, like, cool with who for the most part. Because usually mods will get along with each other. Knock on all the wood. So I'd like everyone to definitely get along with one another, but also, like, think, okay, like, there's got to be a reason why this person's in our said group, I think they're great hiders. That's a good one, and which is sad because they do have a lot to give. I'm like, y'all need to borrow Libra's scale real quick? I'll get it for you. I know a couple Libras. I've met so many Virgos. I told you I hung out with a whole group of them, and there was literally only a couple people that weren't Virgos. It taught me so much, men and women. Some were addicts, some weren't. Yeah, and it shouldn't be a challenge. It should be like naturally occurring. But nothing worthwhile is easy, so I'll definitely swim through the trenches to find some good people if that's what it takes to change the world a little at a time, because I would like to say that, when I have chats with people and stuff, that they maybe value the things that are said to each other back and forth, whether it's like humor or it's a pick me up, or maybe we had a heartfelt conversation or something that like at least changed perspective a little bit, or like we can grow from one another. Because I always say as well, I'm not above or below anyone, and I'm always willing to learn, even when people like me not come off all there, like they still bring something to the table. Like I said before, if you ain't cracking and you starting to steal my purse or doing any wild, wild west shit that ain't approved around here, and you go to the DDJ, oh my gosh, Joe, the DDJ is a whole nother story. Someone was in here a few chats ago, Joe, that literally left a ball sack as their profile picture and just said hi. And it became a dangler joke. Where like the dangler's just dangling around and swinging around. I have to fill you in on it. It was fucking hilarious, but no one caught it. And two people that I've been kind of like scoping out if they should be mods or not, because they seem like pretty cool people. They spotted it. And no offense to the mods that were in the chat, I didn't even spot it either because they were so like discreet. Usually they'll just say raunchy shit and you get hidden immediately. We move on. But now we call it the DDJ. The guy's name was like Dirk or something. So we're like Dirk Dangler Jail or Dirty Dangler Jail when they get hidden. It's okay. I post repeats too. I have to check it out, JoJo. I support you too, girl. You need to leave your comments on, though. Anytime I try to comment on your stuff in the past, I can't comment on it. I think I commented on your post last time. Oh, how they saw that was amazing, because I honestly was not, like, of course I see people's profile pictures, but I am not trying to zoom in. I was like, oh my gosh. I thought it was something I wasn't seeing. Because, Joe, someone took my profile picture the other day and came into the chat and said that I changed my name to some wild shit. Yeah, imagine that as a profile picture. Shake your ass. It made it worse because I had sunburn, and Bama was like, are you, or it wasn't Bama, it was somebody else. It was like, are you embarrassed? Are you blushing? I was like, no, I have fucking sunburn. But I was in tears because I honestly was shook. I was like, oh my gosh, this shit's just been sitting in the fucking chat. Nobody knew. I didn't know either. It was a good troll, I will give it that. Oh, Joe, meet Harchez. Harchez mean Joe. You both are Brits. Wait, what? I'm actually lost. Hey Darla, is this actually Darla? Apparently it's both of their channels, Joe. Darla and Harchez have been coming around. But I'm lost. The name change, wow. Oh, sorry. No, I thought that's what you meant. I was like, wait, is that what she meant? Um, no, someone came into the chat and had my name as, or had the profile picture as my profile picture, and said that I had changed my name or something. I didn't read it because one of the mods got to it. I read one message that said I changed my name, and I saw my picture and I was like, what in the world? But one of the newer mods had got to it, so I was like, thank goodness. So I'd asked them about it. But the dangler thing was a whole nother story. What up? Is this actually Darla? I told Harchez, I was like, can you tell Darla to come in? Because we need to talk to Darla. Oh, I'm gonna get one. Let me get one in a cuppa. Joe, I'm so glad you stopped in. I always mean that. It's lovely to see your face. Yeah, I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin soon too. I think it was pumpkin sister vibes. But come back in soon. We'll chat more, have some good laugh, make some more memories, you know. And I'll keep you posted on what that friend says. No, I didn't see the pond. Did you post a video? I'm warming up my food, y'all. When Harchuz was in here earlier, there was a raven. I showed it on the live. Yeah, much hugs and love to the Virgos. See you soon, JoJo. We're both turning into pumpkins in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you're across a big ass pond. Hell, we even had a marriage on my YouTube, on my channel. YouTube wedding. Yeah, it wasn't legitimate, but it was. I'll have to let Joe tell the story next time. Oh my god. Not the low-hanging fruit. And not the said eye. I'll be back again tomorrow, y'all. I'm eating my ice cream now. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. And hello, and see you later, Mella.